Hi ladies, it's Friday, May 28th, 2010. It's about 66 degrees here. Yes, my hair is still wet. Yes, it's 10:30. I just took a shower, and yes, this video is probably going to be late. Hi ladies, so it's been a really interesting week. I've been working a lot. This is the first day that I've had off since last Saturday, and two things have happened this week that I really wanted to briefly talk about. One was that I got a new phone. It's a Motorola Devour. It's one of those Android phones, and the only reason I got this instead of getting a Droid was because this was cheaper, and they pretty much do some of the similar things. The Droid has a few more fancy little features that the Motorola Devour doesn't have, but I was okay with not having them because I like to save money, because I am cheap. Mostly because I don't have very much money right now, but I am working on that because I have a job. Speaking of which, today is payday, but I don't have my paycheck yet because they haven't set up my direct deposit yet. Meh. What was the other thing I was going to talk about? The Will Grayson tour event that John had here-ish, not really here, but down in Madison, Connecticut. I had been looking for footage of when John acknowledged me in the crowd for a really long time, and with the help of this girl, who found me through my footage on YouTube. I think her name was Rose, I think her name was Rose. I really don't remember. And through her and the Ning and all this stuff, we found this guy that had footage, and we finally got him to post it. And if you're interested, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this, because it's not a big deal. Okay, maybe it's a little deal. It's a tiny deal. It's a very tiny deal. If you want to go see it, and you want to see John say hi to me, I will put a link on my hand, and there will be a link down there if you want to see it. If you don't, that's fine. You don't have to watch it. But I just wanted to mention it because I was mostly excited that someone posted Q&A footage, mostly, because I didn't film the Q&A because I stopped filming because I wanted to ask a question, and I'm glad that I finally found footage of the full Q&A, so that made me happy. Other than that, as I told Elena last night, I hadn't read a book until today. Originally I was going to read this book, White Cat by Holly Black, because I've heard really good things about Holly Black and I wanted to read it. But then I didn't because it was too long, even though it was only like 200 pages, 250 pages or so. It was just too long for my desires right now. And I didn't have time to finish Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace, because goodness man knows that I'm not very far into this book. And this is just a really complex, tiny, written, text-wise book, and it's just hard to read, so that wasn't going to happen. So, I remember that I had this book, Love is Higher Lot by David Levithan, that he actually signed. Ooh, 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 ooh! That he actually signed. Sorry that it took a really long time for me to find that. I am not on my game right now. Actually, the front cover just fell off, so it threw me off. Anyways, so I read this book because it was only like 140 pages, and it took me like a few hours, 2 or 3 hours to read it. So, now I'm going to tell you about this book, and I'm going to do it in a way which is completely probably not even close to reading Rainbow style. I'm going to do my best. I haven't seen the show in a really long time. I tried to watch an episode, but I just don't even know. So, here we go. Because no one can even, as a side note, no one can even compete with the video that Elena did the other day. Like, I don't even feel like I should be even posting videos on this channel anymore. Because, like, I'm just so inferior to her creative, crazy video style. Like, stop it, Elena, because I can't compete with you. I can't compete with your reading Rainbow video. I can't compete with your video from the other day. I just can't compete. So, meh. Okay, now we're gonna get on to the challenge. Here we go.
butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
So basically, Love is Higher Law is about 3 teenagers-ish. One of them is a little bit older. I think it's Jasper. That's the one that's a little bit older. There's Claire, Jasper, and Peter. Yes, I am reading the cover. Yes, I just read the book. No, I couldn't remember the characters' names. Now I don't need to look at it anymore. It's a really compelling book about 3 teenagers who... It tells the story of them going through 9/11 before, after, and during it. Before, during, and after. That'd be the order that I wanted to say that in. Okay. It tells their story of it, and it's really compelling and really interesting, and really what's the most interesting part of the book is definitely how it affects them and how they deal with it, and then, like, the after. Like, the after is definitely the most interesting part of it, because you expect people to have been, you know, really shooken up, and just seeing how well David writes, like, the progression through the whole thing is just really cool. And if you look at the back cover, it tells you that David was actually in New York during 9/11, and a lot of this book is things that his friends said or things that he felt, and, like, he actually wrote a bunch of stuff down, like, while he was going through this, like, while he was actually going through the actual 9/11, and it's really, really interesting, and yeah, it's really well written, and it's really impressive, and the book is just, it's really good. It's really good. So, if you're interested, you should definitely go to your local bookstore or library and pick up a copy and give it a read. So that's that. And that was not Reading Rainbow like at all. I'm sorry. I tried. You just can't expect that much from me. We need to make these challenges easier, ladies, because I don't have time to read books and look at reading Rainbow stuff to figure out what it was even like. The only thing I remember from Reading Rainbow was the song, and then, like, when Elena showed the guy in her video there, I was like, who is that? Like, I used to watch Reading Rainbow as a kid. I remember it because I remember being able to sing the song. But, you know, we just need to pick easier challenges, I think. Okay, that's it. That's all I have for you. I hope your weeks went well, ladies. Hopefully we'll get to talk tonight. I love you both. And Jen, I will see you on Monday, and Elena, I will see you on Wednesday.